Alright, what's up guys, and welcome to my Let's Play of Soul Silver version. Now before I start, I'll just go over what I've done already. I've done all the little preliminary stuff, naming my character, and choosing my Pokemon. And however, I am going to do things a little differently. I'm going to use a Sableye instead of the typical starter, and this is going to be one of those playthroughs where you only use the one Pokemon, and so yeah, I'm going to just use Sableye the entire game. Now how I did this was I chose Totodile, and then I used PsychoSableye's to change him to a Sableye, and then I made sure that he had all the appropriate moves for a level 5 Sableye, which actually is the same as Totodile. It's Scratch and Leer, I believe. And that's it. And so this Lyra girl, she actually says the name of the Pokemon, not that you chose, but that you have in your party. It actually is like a little preventative measure that stops glitches, so that I'm still able to do this without that happening. So yeah, basically this whole entire playthrough I'm going to use Sableye every single time, and it should be interesting. And the reason I chose Sableye is because it's my favorite, because it's awesome, because of like stuff. And so yeah, it should be interesting to watch, especially because of the ghost type moves that brings to the tail, and not being able to use it against like normal types. So we'll see how many times I mess up and do that. So yeah, I've already done like naming and everything like that. Just skipped right past that and got right to the good stuff. Okay, so now that we have the Pokegear, we can finally make our way past this girl. But again, we still can't leave because Professor Elm is creepy. He wants to give us his phone number, and he'll never let us leave without it. And so finally we have that. Okay. That's over with. Okay. Wow, I made it to 2 patches of grass without any encounters. Okay, before we go that way, we're gonna go up this way and get our first potion. And so I'm able to just use Scratch. That is an actual move that Sableye carries. So that's good. That works out. Now, I didn't make sure the base stats were correct, because as soon as it levels up once, the base stats will be adjusted appropriately. And the only other way to do this without leveling up the Pokemon is to put it into the PC and then take it back out. But with only one Pokemon, you can't put the Pokemon in the PC, so that's not a possibility at this point. So that's why I'm doing it this way. Now, as far as wild Pokemon encounters to go, I'm not going to really show them. That's kind of ironic that they carry Foresight, huh? Because, like, there would be no Ghost-type Pokemon in this point of the game. But I guess that's just, you know, they thought, oh, well, what if cheaters come up with Ghost types? And so we should do this. Okay, so I'm not going to show any more wild Pokemon encounters after he levels up. After he levels up the first time, then I'll stop showing them. You can find like Geodudes and stuff up there. I'm not going to go up there at this point in the game because I don't have anything to catch them with, so the only reason I'd go up there is to train. And taking down a Geodude with Scratch is very frustrating, so can't take that yet. I always forget that. Okay. Cherry Grove City, and more creepy old guys. He's like really fast. Probably because he's on a Segway, but we just can't see it. And so, of course, Sableye can't be the only Pokemon I use. I'll also have to catch, like, Pokemon that can use the HM moves. So, just to clarify on that. And then he's going to give us sweaty running shoes. Alright, finally. Leaves us alone. Okay, so now we can run, now that we have the running shoes, by holding down B. And we still can't leave this place. Gives us the map. I should probably heal my Pokemon just before heading up there. And so what's going to be really challenging about this is being able to beat all the gyms and whatnot without Sableye fainting. It's going to involve a lot of like off-screen training and okay, so now at this point, Sableye's stats are all adjusted appropriately. He actually got a bunch of boosts. His stats were low for a Sableye because it is a fully evolved Pokemon. So now his stats are appropriate for his level. This is actually great because a lot of the early Pokemon lack moves that can actually hit Ghost-type Pokemon. No moves are super effective against Sableye unless Foresight or Odor Sleuth is used to make it vulnerable to fighting type moves and normal type moves, but in that case only, I believe, fighting type moves are super effective. Okay, so now if you go in here and get the Apricorn box, now you can take all those things from the trees, the so-called Apricorns. Apricorns are used to make Pokeballs, but I rarely use the actual Pokeballs you get from the Apricorns, so that it's not really that important. Okay, now we have a antidote over here. Cures poisoning. A trainer over here who's not a trainer because he doesn't want to battle. Okay, on that last Pidgey I just defeated, I learned Nightshade. Nightshade, okay, if I'm not being bombarded by Pidgeys anymore, what I was trying to say was that Nightshade is a great move, especially for me, because it does like 40 HP automatically. This is going to be the last part, delivery of the egg here, and I'm going to call it there and continue from the next episode. So you bring the email to the thing. He gives you the mystery egg. Email. So I don't know what were we even doing. We weren't delivering anything at this point. We were just running Elm's errands because he's a little weirdo who can't do stuff himself. And Professor Oak walks over with his own theme music, because you know he's kind of weird. He's gonna look at the Sableye and be like, "Oh, what a great Pokemon you got from him." Here, take my Pokedex. So at this point, it's all just like a bunch of old guys asking us to do favors for them. And that's like the premise of the game, is doing stuff for old people. Okay, so now he just leaves. And what, did he heal me? Okay, Professor Oak calls and he's like, oh, it's a disaster. Please get back here now. So what happened? What happened that is such a disaster? Well, that's what we're going to find out in the next episode. So thank you for watching, and yeah, that's it.